This instrument is generally called as a bore gauge. The bore gauge is normally used with dial gauge, and it is available as a 2-point, self-centering type. This is a precision measuring instrument, used for measuring the internal dimensions. Note: it is commonly used for measuring precise measurements. For example, 56.852 millimeters. Now, let's take a look at the construction of bore gauge. The bore gauge is a precision measuring instrument, having the following important parts like dial indicator. This has graduations marked on the dial. The graduations are marked in clockwise and anti-clockwise directions. Slip gauge. Slip gauge is fixed in a setting fixture, can also be used for zero setting. The stem. This holds all the components together and contains the mechanism for transmitting the plunger motion to the dial. Sliding plunger. This actuates the movement of the dial for reading the measurement. Centering shoes. Spherical supports. It is a round disc. This maintains the alignment of the measuring faces in the center of the bore. Anvil. Inserts. These anvils are interchangeable. The selection of the anvil is made, depending on the diameter of the bore to be measured. Now, let's learn how to read the dial indicator. The rotating dial has 100 equal divisions. Each division is of 0.01 millimeters. The small dial is divided into 10 equal divisions. Each division is of 1 millimeter. When the pointer on the rotating dial completes one turn, the pointer on the small dial moves by one division. The indicator shows positive deviations in the anti-clockwise direction and negative deviations in the clockwise direction. How it is used. Measuring range, 39.6 to 40.4. Basic measurement is 40.5 millimeters. The indicator is between 5 and 6 divisions on the positive side. The actual value will be between 40.05 to 40.06 millimeters. How it is used. Select the suitable anvil and shim washer according to the diameter of the cylinder board to be checked. Decide the reference reading of micrometer for checking bore diameter. Reference reading is a rounded off figure close to the dimension of the bore. Set accurately the reference reading on micrometer and put bore gauge plunger end and anvil ball pin end into the preset micrometer's anvil and the spindle. If bore dial is less than reference reading, the dial indicator pointer will deflect to clockwise direction. And if bore dial is more than reference reading, the dial indicator pointer will deflect to anti-clockwise direction. At this condition, set the dial indicator pointer to 0. This means that, if set bore gauge is put into 53 mm dia of the bore, the dial indicator will show 0 reading. Clockwise deflection reading of pointer is to be deducted from the reference reading, and anti-clockwise deflection reading of pointer is to be added into the reference reading.